But you know, after having 3 children, bearing them, carrying them, and putting 45 years on this old body, I was starting to slow down. My hip had issues. I was getting a little creaky. I couldn't jump up and down like I used to. I couldn't run anymore. I still worked out, but it just wasn't there. So I got back on a bike back this fall because my daughter started biking a little bit. You know, she bought a new bike. And when I bought my bike was when I was pregnant with her 11 years ago and didn't know what this was going to mean and that I wouldn't be back on the bike for 11 years. So I got on the bike with her and I thought, gosh, I can do this. I'm going to try that thing they call spin. They say it's a really good workout and yet it's not going to abuse my body. So I'm going to give it a shot. I made it through the first class. It was painful. I thought I should give it another try. So I got to the second class. You know what? As painful as it was during that whole hour, I felt really good. I thought, I'm going to try this again. So I managed to drag myself in this love-hate relationship. And what happens, I get in the door, dragging slowly. I Velcro my number to the bike. I put my water bottle down, put my gel seat on, double gel, to go with, you know, padded pants. You can't have too much padding and spin. I make my bike my own. I get the seat just right, the handlebars just the right distance. I get on, and I just start pedaling. And I try to distract myself, you know, while everybody's warming up and I'm warming up, and I listen to the side conversations and the music, and I try not to think about the impending torture the whole hour is going to be. The instructor gets up, she clicks on the music, gets started, previews the ride for us, tells us, you know, how many hills we're going to have when we crank up the resistance and how many races, you know, we're going to speed. And I start going, and I'm pedaling along, and my inside whiner starts. I'm tired. I really don't want to be here. I could just kind of leave. Not really. I don't have to be here. This isn't for a grade. But I just keep pedaling. I look at the clock. I only gone through 10 minutes. Really? It seems like an hour already. And then I start doing the mental math. I think, well, 5 minutes is cool down. I've gotten through 10. All right, I've only got 45 more minutes to go. I should be able to do this. So I just keep pedaling. I try to focus on the instructor and get my legs in sync with hers and get right on that cadence and that speed right. And I start looking around at me. Next to me is that redheaded Wonder Woman, 55 years old. And she used to just school me. You know what? I'm starting to catch up. I'm starting to keep up with her. To the right is the white-haired retired gentleman. And he has kind of a steady pace. At the same time, he's still beating me. I look at him though. I'm like, you know what? They look really healthy and they look young. And that man is 20-some years older than I am. I'm gonna keep at this because soon I'll be like him. So I keep going. And you know what? I start feeling, my body just starts getting into it. I start feeling like, you know, I can do this. It's starting to feel good. The muscles start to groove. And I crank up that resistance. And I'm pushing it. And then I crank it down. And I'm speeding. I'm racing. And the instructor hollers, arrow! I streamline my body. I lean forward. Tip my toes down. And I put my hands in. And I just pedal as fast as I can. And I'm flying. And that bike suddenly, even though we're not going anywhere, it's almost like a cowboy and a steed. And I feel like, you know what, it's not going to let me down. It's going to hold me and I can do this. And I finally hit that end of endorphin high you hear about. I heard about it for years. I never hit it. And here I go. Just flying along. And I think, yes, yes. And I can think of Billy Idol's Rebel Yell is playing. More, more, more. And I'm just going. And then the music stops. Guess what? I'm done. I made it. I can breathe. And I can get to cool down. I've made it through another class. I step out, strutting just a little bit, standing a little taller, breathing a little easier. I get home. I get on the basketball court. The driveway kind of cracked. With my kids, I got 3 kids and my younger husband. And I drive to the basket. Swish. I smother them with my defense. I think, you know what? This middle-aged mama's still got it. The pedaling and the pain. Got some power. Thank you.